Member for Sandringham.
But the quality was amazing. My question is to the Treasurer. Alex and Christine from Rosedale lost their jobs during COVID and did not receive any taxpayer support to get by.
Order. Deputy Premier and the Premier, I ask you to come to order. I cannot hear the member for Sandringham's question.
My question is to the Treasurer. Alex and Christine from Rosedale lost their jobs during COVID and did not receive any taxpayer support to get by. They have a small holiday home which they have never leased out for income. Why should Alex and Christine pay higher taxes on a property they earn no income from because Labor has sent Victoria broke?
Call the Treasurer.
Well, Speaker, I thank the member for his question, and I'd make the point that the Victorian government, the Labor government, is the only government in the nation with a COVID debt repayment plan. And in doing so, we are making sure that future generations are not burdened with the costs that we put in place to support this community, to support businesses all the way through. Of course, $14 billion worth of support to businesses, but for the entire community, that level of support, of course, was dwarfed by the $31.5 billion that we put to communities, we put into the interests and the well-being of the Victorian economy so that we could keep families whole. We could keep the well-being of this community protected so that they could take the opportunity to bounce back when it presented. And that is why our economy is running 25% above the nation's economy. That is why, of course, we've been the job creation engine of the nation.
Smashing our targets.
Nearly 440,000 jobs, 109,000 more jobs than the state of New South Wales since September 2020.
Resume his seat. On a point of order, Manager of Opposition Business. Order. 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 Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
Speaker, Standing Order 58 does require the Treasurer to be direct, and we're halfway through 3 minutes and we haven't even come close to the question, which was around Labor's new property tax. I'd ask you to bring the Treasurer back to the question.
Treasurer was being relevant to the question that was asked. Treasurer to come back to the question.
So, Speaker, the typical land tax paying individuals, whether they own a investment property or a holiday property, fit in the value of about $650,000 for capital unimproved land. If you put a property on it, the average, I'm told, is about $1.3 million. The appreciation on those properties, Speaker, over the last 10 years on average is about 84%. 84% over the last 10 years. So put another way, that's about $75,000 of appreciation every year. $75,000. So that is, it is about making sure, of course, that the tax that would be raised, around about $1,350 a year, is about 1.5% thereabouts on the capital appreciation that is being made. Now, nobody, Speaker, nobody would be more conscious of the fact than this government about making sure that the load is borne appropriately when it comes to the tax burden in this state. That's why we've given 63 tax cuts and reduction in charges since we've been in government. And what that means is that we are putting the load where it can best be borne to assist the community through what has been a very difficult time, and to resource a government that put money into protecting this community and to ensure that in the future, should there be other challenges to the state of Victoria, such as the $2 billion flood event just passed.
Treasurer's time has expired. On a supplementary question, the member for Sandringham.
Thank you, Speaker. Mark and Gail are retired teachers from Sale who own investment properties in Sale to fund their retirement so they don't have to rely on a pension. Why is the government now taxing Markingale's retirement income?
Treasurer.
Well, Speaker, once again, the point that the government has been very clear about is these are temporary, they're targeted, and they're responsibly individual payments. They are aimed at ensuring that Victoria is in a strong position going forward. They're also in recognition of the fact that this government put something in the vicinity of $31.5 billion into support for this community and is consistently working towards ensuring that the community is adequately resourced.
Ask the Treasurer to resume his seat. Manager of Opposition Business on a point of order.
Speaker, with respect, I refer you to Madigan's ruling of 26 August 2003, which found... Speaker Madigan... Hey. Which found that when responding to a question, a minister must address the question rather than responding generally. I'd put to you, Speaker, that every single minister today has refused to respond to the substance of the question and has only responded to the issue generally. I understand the concept of relevance, but that ruling, I think, is clear.
What is your point of order?
That the answers the Treasurer are providing are general rather than specific to the question.
There's also further rulings that relate to the language that is used in relation to a question that is asked. The Minister, in my view, and I'm happy to have a discussion with you in my chambers afterwards, the Treasurer is being relevant to the question that was asked. Has the Minister?
Well, Speaker, in short, we think that landlords and others that have come through the pandemic in a relatively strong position contribute to COVID debt repayments. Landlords have seen the value of their property increase 84%. What's more, of course, Speaker, we've seen the advertised rents in metropolitan Melbourne in the last 12 months rise by 25%.